This week I have been away, so I haven't made massive amounts of progress, but I am quite happy with the progress I have made. I've been working on the basket counter, the checkout page, and also the item detail. First up is the counter, and that is just this little icon at the top. I already had the state and the function to calculate the number of items in the basket. So if I just go over to the app, see up here I have the basket count state. And when the basket updates, I have a use effect which sets the basket count. Pretty straightforward, so it wasn't too difficult to add in this. If I'm being 100% honest, I'm not a big fan of it. I just don't think it grabs the attention that much. The text is too small, so it may be a case of going back to the drawing board for that one, but if I add items, you can tell that the counter increases straight away. So it does work quite nicely. The next bit is the actual basket itself. I haven't done a huge deal. I was just literally adding in the basket and rendering in the cards, but it does look pretty horrendous because I've been doing quite a bit on my CSS because I broke it. So here is the basket. Obviously it's got basket written at the top there. The cards are just massive right now, but it does render each card. The idea is it's going to look something similar to this layout in the shop, but at the bottom there'll be a button that says checkout. So I don't think it'll be too difficult to get that implemented properly. I also refresh, so I lose the state and I go to the basket. I just got this little note here that says please go to the shop and add some products. That's if the basket length is 0. So although that was a little bit of a nice feature to add in. And then finally it's the actual item detail, and I did have some problems with this, which is why my CSS kind of went a bit bizarre, but there's a few things I'm quite happy about. So this is the item detail. It still needs finishing. I've got the name at the top. I need to add in the buttons which can add or remove the item from the basket and show the count as well. That's just going to be, I've got it down here, pretty much the same as what this is here. I've got an image and I'll put the description over here. I've got this related products, which I thought was really nice. So this just brings in all the products. Oh, I've just realized it's got it in twice. That's a nightmare. I need to remove that one. But this just brings in all the products which has the same category. And it's got this little nice scroll going on. So I quite enjoyed that. And then there's also the kind of fake products customers also viewed section. And this is just a random list, and I do actually make sure I remove this one. And again, it just scrolls along and you can show, I think I only showed 10 items here. But this was causing me a lot of issues with my CSS, and it's still not perfect. So it's too squashed here, I think. Might need to make sure these are larger because, you can't view the product detail very well there. The buttons aren't aligned. It's just not very tidy. So definitely needs some more work on the CSS there. But when I was changing it here, it was causing issues in my shop. So it was really difficult to get the balance, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. I also, if I go down to a smaller screen size here, and I go even smaller, you see I got this text truncated, which I really liked adding in, and that again caused me a few issues, but definitely worth adding in. Another thing I want to build in on this product detail page is to have a selection of images. So the large one would show which image is currently active, and I can click through and change the images. That would be a really nice feature to have. It just means going back into my JSON file, reworking it slightly, and finding a lot more images on the internet. And I still need to go through and do my JSON file. So right now, this is what it's looking like. But the idea would be I would create an array of images. I could do an array of objects. Technically, that might be better, because then I could do the link and also the title of the image in case it doesn't render, so I can have a placeholder. But I'm quite chuffed with this. I'm really happy with this slider thing. Just a little bit more work is needed to get it looking a little bit nicer. Aims for next week is to get this finished, have those little images working down here, the description, and also make sure that it works nicely for mobile. tidy up the basket so it actually works. And then hopefully, it'd be really nice if I get time to do it, is on desktop rather than going to the basket page, because the basket and checkout is technically going to be the same. But on desktop, I want to slide the basket in so you can see a list down here. I think that would be really awesome. But it might be a bit of a push to get that done for next week. I will be back on Wednesday streaming on Twitch, so if you want to watch me code this live, then you know where to find me. Link in the description down below. Let me know in the comments down below how you think I should style this counter, because I really am not happy with it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure you hit that like button, and if you'd like to see more, then please subscribe. Hope you all have a good day.